All right, welcome back. So in this activity, we're looking at velocity and one of the practice activities, which is controlling speed. And so what we're going to do is actually create an if in here that when we press a key, it's going to move up. But we'll just kind of read the directions here and then go from there. So it says for this animation, you'll help the flybot to take off. It should start moving up when the space bar is pressed, and it should continue moving up even after the space bar is pressed. So this is really important. That means when we press the space bar, it's just going to move up, and it's going to continue to do that even if we're not pressing it. So if we were to let go of the space bar, then we would probably use an if else, but in this case, we're just going to need an if. Okay, because the if else, we would give it another option, right? That if the key is not pressed, then we're going to want it to move back down. So you could create kind of like a flying motion or something like that. So in this instance, if we run this, right now we have this flybot, but what we want to do is have it move up. So we're going to go ahead and drag out an if out of here. Okay, and we're going to minimize or make this a little smaller. So now what we want to do is it says it should start moving up when the space bar is pressed. So if we go over here to world and key down, okay, so when we press the key down, now we don't want the up. What we want to select is space, and this would actually use any character. You just have to type it in. So if it doesn't show up on here and you want it to do with a different character, it's not part of this practice activity because it talks about using a space bar, then you could absolutely do that. Okay, so here's the if key down, the space bar. If we press that, then it's going to do something. Okay, so what we're going to actually use, and in the past we've used X and Y axes and kind of adding and subtracting them and things like that, but we're going to actually use velocity now. And again, on the grid, X goes left to right, Y goes up and down. So we're going to drag out our velocity over here. Okay, so, and we got to change the name of it to flybot. And then we just need to set a number. So if we want this velocity to go down, we're going to add numbers to it because 0 is up here, 400 is down here. So we're just going to go ahead and do -3 because we just want it to move up. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset this. Don't know why I'm getting an error there. Flybot. Oh, I had a misspelling. Really important when you have the variables here, make sure that you spell them correctly, and they are case sensitive. So in this case, fly and bot here, this was a capital B and I had a lowercase b. So you notice nothing happens, but when we press the space bar, it goes ahead and moves up. And that's kind of how the velocity will work with that. Okay, now it does not go back down, but in other activities we'll talk more about that, how we can use an if else, and it will have it go back down each time. All right, hopefully that helps you with your coding, and good luck.